Well, I'll tell you what. Jared's down here for the weekend, and 18 to 20 minutes from my house, this giant outlet mall. I didn't know it was here. I just happened to. I couldn't remember how to get to the mall we went to last year. He said, "Oh, let's go shopping." So I just Googled malls close to me, and there's this giant mall 18 or 20 minutes from my house, and it's literally it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It was like this community became a ghost town overnight, and they just put stores in. It's the weirdest thing. What was it called? The Aurora Outlet Mall. It was cool though. It's a good place. Anyway, I'm gonna get through the last 3 videos. Told you guys I wasn't done the videos yesterday. I want to get the aged horses. We're gonna roll through them. I think there's a horse missing from this list because last week somebody told me they were, and I didn't have this phone with me, so I couldn't do it. Oh well, I'm gonna have to go through it as is. Adrenaline Rush was a winner's last start. Looked good now. Looks like a bit of a skunk at a tea party if I look at the way the race is set up for Tuesday night. A lot of 52 miles in that class. He's not going to like that. But you know what? He's coming in sharp. He's looking good. Debbie's got him looking good. So who knows? I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to say a word until he races. Now, if he gets beat soundly, he'll go back in the 15, and he won't be long for being claimed. I know there's a lot of people out there being optimistic, saying, oh, you know, they won't claim him because he was off a year. They will claim him, for sure. If he looks sound on the track, looks like he warms up good, you can be sure he'll be claimed soon enough, which I don't want him to leave if we can keep him, but he's just got a ton of money left in that cap. And hopefully, if he can do in this 18,000 class, we're golden straight through the fall into the winter probably with this horse. It would be a great place for him to be. So hopefully he can do. We'll see, but a great job by Deb getting this horse back to the races. The way he looks, very good. Brave World, as I said, scratched the other day. He was initially, I was going to put him in the sale on Monday, just because there's no claimers. Jared and I just got done talking about this. The problem is you can buy horses, but the classes are changing. It used to be you look at the condition sheet. Okay, well, they got this class, that class. Well, we'll buy a horse for that class. And you feel sharp about yourself. But now it's not that way. It's which classes are filling. There isn't a claimer filling anywhere right now. We had bought Father Dunn. I said, we'll buy him, race him in the condition. If he can't do it, I'll race him in a 12 or 15 claimer. It's a great idea. No 12 or 15 claimer anywhere. Not even one remotely filling at the Meadows. It's insane. So we sold them. So I have to be cognizant of this as I move forward. So tough across the board to find classes for horses right now. You have to be very careful where you walk. So Adrenaline Rush up in the 18 on Tuesday. I hope he can do in there. Brave World, as I said, no 20 claimer for this horse, no 25. That's really what he is probably a solid 20-25 claimer. We don't have one for him right now. Globetrotting's racing this week. Raced pretty good for Louis the other day. Got home 27 apiece again and looked well. Hone the Tone is over with me in Ohio. Jason and I, we're going to make sure we have this guy fatten up a little bit, and then he's firing on all cylinders when we're ready to start him. I bought him for the fall into the winter, so even if I give him a couple of weeks out in the grass, I think that'll be plenty for him. Aglariam is really close to being ready to go. I think they're going to take her over and train her at Mohawk this week in the race bike. Really, I'm focusing on, well, I guess at the end of it, the November Corbin meet has a couple of big stake races for her there, so it makes sense for her maybe to visit there. But for now, just getting her back moving, back going. You know, she's so talented, but it just seemed like the last 2 years in breeding season, she couldn't function. So it's weird. Not something I see all the time, but it is what it is. Kings County, how incredible was he the other day? 51-4, broke the track record at Scioto. We are the track record holders at Scioto Downs with our boy Kings County, and he was very good. LD's Patrick is starting to jog back. He'll be training soon in Ohio. Might go with him this week. I think he's only been back a week. He might need another week of jogging. Locatelli, I put him on the run the other day. Yes, I did. That won't happen again, I don't think. He's in to go this week. I'm driving him again on Monday, I believe. No free lunch. Harry will probably school him or train him up this week. He might be in to go next weekend, I believe. Geez, had a bugger of a time getting him over that virus. There's a horse that his differential flipped. It was flipped for 2 weeks. Couldn't get it back right. Patrick the Piranha A was awesome. Awesome his last start. Winning the final of the Burke Beckwith Memorial. I know Mark was proud and happy and very happy to be a part of that with him. He'll likely be heading to the Gold Cup and Saucer soon. A lot of people asking. I think that's where we're heading with Patrick the Piranha A in the coming weeks. A lot of people obviously asking me also, what about Sintra? He raced well last time. If they're going to continue to let him in that class or on that class, fine. my thinking was simple. If you get up a little higher than I liked, he'd be going to PEI. He's getting close, I suppose. But that'll be up to Harry. Harry knows the horse really well. It's just a long ship down. It's hard on the horses. Is he going to come back the same horse we sent him down? For that matter, will Patrick? I don't know. But they are racing for $100,000 this year. And Jody told me when I bought him, he'd get around a half as good or better than a big track, which I was surprised with. But that's what he said. But I guess it's not shocking. It's on that left line. So we'll see. I don't know. No commitments on Sintra, but I think we're leaning towards Patrick the Piranha heading to Prince Edward Island. Per Lucky third the other night in the Open. I thought the horse raced pretty good. Still a work in progress. New track, new turns, new surroundings, new surface. I thought he raced pretty good the other night. Sailor will be in to go this Friday or Saturday. Numbers of 2,000 isn't written. I'm so mad about this, but they have the numbers of 3,000 written for Sailor this week. Sintra, I just talked about him. He may or may not. I'm not going to talk about PEI with him. He raced good. 26 flat, you said last night? Mile and 52, 26 flat last night in Mohawk. Man, he looked good. Stay Close is out in the field. Just want to put about 100, 150 pounds on this guy. Walk on the Moon is heading to Plain Ridge this week. He's going to join the Mark and Melissa Beckwith stable. The horse has just been very, very good for us. Really, or it hasn't been very, very good his last few. It was great the day I raced him. He went in 54, and then he come back, got beat up in the Open, and then licked his wounds a bit, got beaten his next start, and then Dexter tried first over. That's a hard no. Sayota the other day, they said he popped the quarter crack. We looked at the quarter crack. It looks pretty good. Doesn't look like it's in bad shape, so we trimmed it up, cleaned it up. Jason said he's ready to go. We'll probably train him Monday or Tuesday and then send him out to Mark Beckwith for next week's races. So if you're an owner or partner of mine on Walk on the Moon, he is going to Saratoga, but the plan is to race him at Plain Ridge. So I can tell you now, if you own less than 5%, so if you're a 4% owner, you don't need a license for Massachusetts. Otherwise, you will. White Tiger is in to go Monday. Really, really happy with the way he raced the other day. We'll see how we get him raced this week, but he's ready to trot 53 right now. I think that horse, he looked good the other day. World Bank is in the sale on Monday. No classes. Again, no class for this horse. It's just frustrating, but it is what it is. And then Yes is back in Ontario. Ooh, class didn't go on Tuesday. It didn't go on the weekend. I entered him, I think Jason entered him for the numbers of 3,000 on Friday and Saturday, so hopefully he gets in one of those days. But he is back in Ontario right now. So that is your aged horses. We just got the 2- and 3-year-olds, so I'll roll through them pretty quick. Not many changes, a few changes, but not many. We'll get to them in just a minute.